25th December is arguably the most renowned and most remembered dates of the Gregorian calendar, an age-long tradition which was first celebrated by a handful of Christians in Rome on December 25 AD 336. Christmas is now observed by billions of people around the world. Billions of people, Christians and non-Christians alike, go out of their ways to celebrate in grand style the birth of Jesus. But what is the significance of this annual festival, which in most countries is also a public holiday? A notable televangelist and the senior pastor of Realm of Power Tabernacle and Gwambaro, Kaduna, Pastor Mika Bowman, highlights the significance of Christmas.
The significance of Christmas is the celebration of the mercy of God to humanity by sending his one and only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to salvage man from his or her spiritual decadence. Christmas is simply God showing kindness to humanity despite our spiritual corruption through the fall of Adam in the Garden of Eden. So definitely Christmas is the root for the repair of the destruction of the life of humanity through the first Adam in the Garden of Eden.
Also bearing his mind on the importance of Christmas, the senior pastor of House of Purpose Ministry and Gwan Sunday, Kaduna, Pastor Yakubu Yusuf, had this to say.
Christmas is a moment of celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And the birth of Jesus Christ has a very high significance or importance. From the beginning, when man sinned in the garden, the world was under a penalty or the punishment of death. And the Bible tells us that the wages of sin is death. So it becomes necessary for Jesus to come in order to redeem man from that punishment. So Christmas is the celebration of the coming of Jesus as a savior to redeem man from the punishment of death and eternal damnation that came as a result of the fall of man in the garden.
Pastor Yusuf and Pastor Bowman also stressed the need to give and share with others, especially the less privileged, at Christmas and at all times.
When we look at the birth of Christ, what does it bring for us? It talks about love, talks about sacrifice, talks about what Jesus has come to do for mankind. So if Jesus came to bring us love, peace, joy, and happiness, if there are less people around us who have not privileged to celebrate this Christmas the way they should celebrate with their family, I believe every good Christian should be able to extend the love of Christ to his neighbor. It is actually a moment of demonstrating the love of Christ, what Jesus came to do, for God so loved the world. So we must be able to demonstrate this love by reaching out to the less privileged with the message of Jesus, also by reaching out to them materially and every other area God has blessed you that you can be able to be of help to somebody.
It's an opportunity for us to reciprocate back to the society by touching lives, just like the way Jesus came down, gave his life even on the cross. It's an opportunity for us to open our treasure and touch lives and make relevant impact, knowing fully that our lives too had been touched positively. And I believe that that is what every responsible and every well-meaning Nigerian who is blessed in one way or the other, materially, financially, is expected to do. Otherwise, if all that you've got in this life just revolves around yourself, your wife, your children, your family, then it's virtually meaningless. If your life and your wealth or your resources is not touching others or impacting your world, then you are living a meaningless life.
Christmas, also referred to as Noel and the Feast of the Nativity, is not primarily a time for joyful celebration or for sober reflections, but a time to extend a hand of friendship, mend fences, support others, and prepare for eternity.